Hi, I'm Paul Yaffe, and this is the FIXSTAND. The reason I'm talking to you today about Softail kickstands is the new M8 Softails. This is a typical kickstand off of an M8 Softail, and there's 6 different styles of them. The way they install on the frame of the bike, there's the shape of the kickstand. It's too much of an angle, of an inverted angle. So what happens is when you put your kickstand down and you go to put your bike onto the kickstand, it digs like a shovel into the asphalt. And what happens is it stops, it gets stuck in the asphalt without fully, it's supposed to, like if you look right here, see, can you guys see that? There's an angle there, and what that is a lock. See, when the kickstand's relaxed, I can rotate the head of it. When it's locked, I can't rotate the head of it. So what's supposed to happen is the kickstand's supposed to slide into position and lock itself in place, so your bike can't fall over. What happens when the kickstand hits the ground at this angle and it digs in, it doesn't allow the lock to engage. So then, but you think your kickstand is out, so you get off the bike and the bike falls over. So what we've come up with is this nifty little billet block. And this bolts right on your frame, right between the kickstand assembly and the frame, and it adds rake to your kickstand. So what it basically changes is now, instead of your kickstand hitting the ground like this, your kickstand hits the ground like this, and it slides right into the locked position as it's supposed to. So that's hence why we call it the FIXSTAND. It's a really easy part to install. Jaden's sitting here. You can just have a buddy or an employee hold your bike up, and there's 2 bolts right under the frame here that attach your kickstand to your frame. So you simply remove these 2 bolts, the nice thing is the kickstand comes off as one complete assembly, so you don't have to mess with the spring or anything. So you're going to retain your 2 stock bolts. We've provided 2 new bolts in the package and some other hardware for a kickstand bumper. But first we'll deal with these. There's a short Allen and a long Allen. The long Allen is going to go in the back of the block, sticking out. Short Allen, oh, that's the stock one, sorry guys. Short Allen's going to go in the front of the block, so they're sticking out like that. We're going to apply a little red Loctite to them. And the FIXSTAND lines right up with the existing holes. About 40 foot-pounds of torque. Now that the kickstand or the FIXSTAND block is installed, what you're going to do is take your stock kickstand and it's going to bolt right to the bottom 2 holes, just like this. But you're going to use your stock hardware, apply a little bit of Loctite to that as well. Jaden, lean that bike over just a little bit, will you? Thank you. Let me get both these bolts started. gently set that up to this other bolt. So changing the angle of this kickstand with our FIXSTAND block is also going to change the angle of the kickstand itself and how, I'll show you the bumper that's on the kickstand is going to interact. So now the bumper, you can see, is going to miss the primary, and the heel tab is going to touch the primary, which we don't want to have that happen. So what we'll do is we'll just take this stock kickstand bumper. You can just easily pop it out with a screwdriver, and then with the rest of the hardware we provided a new bumper and a few screws to change that out. So what you'll do, you'll put your flat washer on the small screw. Again, a little Loctite. Never hurts. We want this stuff to stay in place. Lock washers. Sure, flat washer. Lock washer fills the hole to center the screw, and this bumper just screws right on. We'll tighten that right up, and now, perfect. Now the bumper contacts exactly as it should. So now that this FIXSTAND is installed, what happens is you can see the angle of this kickstand. Don't put it down yet. You can see the angle of this, how it's changed, how the rake is up. Now watch how it touches the ground. Go ahead. See, now it slides right in. No interference, right? Nothing hits anything, and see how it's lifted up? You can see how we've changed the angle of that kickstand so it slides right into the ground, across the ground, and does a smooth engagement. Go ahead and stand it up again, Jamie. Go ahead and set it down again. For easy install, the FIXSTAND is now installed, and your kickstand lean problems are solved. So what we've done here with the FIXSTAND, a couple things it also does, it has this little hump in front that works as a spring protector. So if you drop off a curb or a tall speed bump, it'll protect your spring from taking that hit. And we all know about how springs get bent and torn on kickstands. This will prevent that from happening, and you've got a nice smooth kickstand action. It'll glide right up into its locked position now without getting stuck in the asphalt because the thing is raked. It also gives your bike a little bit more lean angle, about 4 degrees of increased lean angle, which gives you a little more security that your kickstand is indeed locked and the bike is holding it in its place. And bonus, for bikes that are lowered, if you've added a lowering kit or you've dropped your bike some and the lean angle has been taken out of your bike, the FIXSTAND will increase that lean angle or give it back to you so you have a little more security. Doesn't feel like your bike's straight up. So check everything out at www.baggernation.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, man.